Screen is visible, students?
Yes, sir.
Okay. I had given this example for homework. Have you all tried that? Given the potential field V equal to AR raised to 4 plus BR raised to minus 4 sine 4 phi, show that del square V is equal to 0. Select A and B such that V equal to 100 volts and E is equal to 500 volts per meter at P of R equal to 1, phi equal to 22.5 degree and Z equal to 2. Have you all solved this? Okay, we'll solve it. They have given the equation for V, that is voltage, potential, and they are asking to show that del square V equal to 0, right? And the given coordinates are in cylindrical because it is given R, phi and Z. R, phi and Z, they are given in cylindrical coordinates. Then in cylindrical coordinates, the equation for del square V is equal to 1 upon R dou by dou R of R dou V by dou R plus 1 by R square dou square V by dou phi square plus dou square V by dou Z square. This is the equation for del square V in cylindrical coordinate system. Find out the inner terms first. Dou V by dou R. This is equal to, so write it, whatever is the differentiation of this V, AR raised to 4 plus BR raised to 4 into sine 4 phi. Differentiation will be, with respect to with R, it is with respect to R, hence it is sine 4 phi, 4 AR raised to 4, 4 AR raised to 3, then minus BR raised to minus 5, minus BR 4 BR raised to minus 5. AR raised to 3, n x raised to n is n into x raised to n minus 1, then BR raised to minus 4, similarly n into x raised to n minus 1, differentiation. That will be 4 AR cube minus 4 BR raised to minus 5. Then R dou V by dou R. R dou V by dou R, that is multiply by R with the above equation, we'll get sine 4 phi into 4 AR raised to 4 minus 4 BR raised to minus 4. R cube into R is R raised to 4, then R raised to minus 5 into R will be R raised to minus 4. Correct? Therefore, next 1 upon R dou by dou R of R dou V by dou R. 1 upon R dou by dou R of R dou V by dou R. Whatever this above equation we have got, again we have to differentiate with respect to R. Yes, we'll get sine 4 phi, it is constant, take it outside. Then differentiate 4 AR raised to 4. It is again n into x raised to n minus 1 form. So it will be 16 AR cube. Then here n into x raised to n minus 1 minus 4 into minus 4 will be 16. BR raised to minus 5. BR raised to minus 5. This is sine 4 phi. Then it is divided by R. I am dividing it by R here. Sine 4 phi, 16 AR square, R cube and 1 R will cancel. Then 6 plus 16 BR raised to minus 5. Minus 5 by minus 1. Okay, minus 5 minus 1. That will be minus 6. Dou V by dou phi. This is 1 upon R dou by dou R of R dou V by dou R. The first term. Next 1 upon R square dou square V by dou phi square. First find out inner term dou V by dou phi. This will be equal to, that is differentiate the V equation with respect to phi. What we'll get if we differentiate this equation with respect to phi? AR raised to 4 plus BR raised to minus 4 is constant. Then differentiate only sine 4 phi. We get 4 cos 4 phi. 4 cos 4 phi. Again differentiate with respect to phi because we want dou square V by dou phi square. Again AR raised to 4 plus BR raised to minus 4 is constant. Take it outside. 4 is constant. Take it outside. Differentiation of cos 4 theta, cos 4 phi, it is minus 4 sine 4 phi. Therefore, it will be 16 into minus sine 4 phi. Then 1 upon R square dou square V by dou phi square. 1 upon R square dou square V by dou phi square. This will be minus sine 4 phi, right? I am dividing by 1 by R square minus sine 4 phi. This is here AR raised to 4 multiply by 16 inside. It is 16 AR raised to 4 divided by R square. It will be how much? 16 AR square plus 16 BR raised to minus 4 divided by R square. That is minus 4 minus 2 minus 6. Dou square Y by dou Z square. This is 1 upon R square dou square V by dou phi square. Second term. Then dou square V by dou Z square. Differentiate with respect to Z the equation for V. It will be how much if I differentiate V with respect to Z? Can anybody tell me? What is the differentiation of V with respect to Z? Differentiation of V with respect to Z is how much? Equation for V is a raised to 4 plus b raised to minus 4 sine 4 phi. If I differentiate this with respect to Z, what I get?
0.
0, because it's a constant term with respect to Z. There is no Z term in it. It will be 0. If you double differentiate this, you will get 0 itself. Therefore, dou square V by dou Z square will be equal to 0. Then del square V is this equation, main equation, whatever we have written, we have to substitute whatever we have got till now in the main equation. Del square V is equal to 1 by dou r of r dou V by dou r. That is how much? 1 by r dou r of r dou V by dou r. That is sine 4 phi into 16 ar square plus 16 br raised to minus 6. Right? Minus of, because 1 upon r square dou square V by dou phi square. Here it is 1 upon r square dou square V by dou phi square. It is minus sine 4 phi into 16 ar square plus 16 br raised to minus 6. Okay. Here I have written. So this and this both will cancel. Both are same. And then del square V will be equal to 0. Hence, we have proved that del square V equal to 0 for the given equation of V. This is the first part of the numerical. Quickly take down the steps up till here. Note down the steps, students. Did you all note down, friends? Taken?
Yes, sir.
Right. Next part of the problem, select A and B such that V equal to 100 volts and E equal to 500 volt per meter at P of R equal to 1, phi equal to 22.5 degree, Z equal to 2. We have to select A and B such that V is 100 volts, E is 500 volt per meter at the given coordinate of P, that is R, phi and Z. That means in the given equation, for V, we have to substitute the coordinates of P, it is R, phi and Z, and substitute the voltage V equal to 100 volts, right? And find the equations, solve them, get the values of A and B. Similarly, substitute the value of E right? And solve it, get the values of A and B. Let us see how to do that. At P, R equal to 1, phi equal to 22.5 degrees, Z equal to 2, that is the coordinate they have given, and V equal to 100 volt. In this equation for V, that is V equal to AR raised to 4 plus BR raised to minus 4 into sine 4 phi. V is 100 volts, that is 100 is equal to A into R raised to 4. R is 1 in the given coordinate of P. So A into 1 raised to 4 is A only, plus B, R is again 1 raised to minus 4. 1 raised to minus 4 is again 1 only. Correct? 1 upon 1 raised to 4, it will be 1 only. Therefore, it is 100 is equal to A plus B sine of 4 into 5 is 22.5 degree. 4 into 22.5. 4 into 22.5 is 90 degrees. So the equation is 100 is equal to A plus B sine of 4 into 22.5, that is A plus B. 100 is equal to A plus B because 4 into 22.5 is 90, sine 90 is 1. Hence it is 100 is equal to A plus B. Take this as equation 1. Then write the equation for E. Electric field intensity is given by E is equal to minus del V. It is minus of dou V by dou R of AR bar plus 1 by R dou V by dou phi A phi bar plus dou V by dou Z AZ bar. This is gradient of V is this equation. Okay. Then dou V by dou R, let us find what is dou V by dou R. It is sine 4 phi, right? Whatever is the V equation for V, this we have to differentiate with respect to phi. Differentiate with respect to R, sorry. We have already done that in the previous part of the question. Dou V by dou R is how much? Sine 4 pi into 4 AR cube minus 4 BR raised to minus 5. Write the same equation as it is. Dou V by dou R is equal to sine 4 pi into 4 AR cube minus 4 BR raised to minus 5. Now substitute the coordinates of R, phi and Z. Phi is 22.5, R is 1, R is 1. Then so if we substitute that, we'll get sine of 4 into 22.5 sine 90 into 4a minus 4b, because R is 1 again. R is same. It will be sine 4 phi, that is sine 90 is 1, 4a minus 4b at the point P. That is dou V by dou R. Similarly, find 1 upon R dou V by dou phi. 1 upon R dou V by dou phi. Dou V by dou phi, have we found out that in the previous part? We have determined that dou V by dou phi is AR raised to 4 plus BR raised to minus 4 into 4 cos 4 phi. Write it. 1 upon R dou V by dou phi is equal to 1 by R into 4 cos phi into A raised to 4 plus BR raised to minus 4. Okay. So this will be how much, students? Here cos of 4 into 22.5, cos 90. What is cos 90? Cos 90 is how much?
0, sir.
0. So the entire equation will become 0. It's a product multiplication. Entire equation will become 0. Therefore, 1 upon R dou V by dou phi is equal to 0 at the point P. Then E bar is given by dou V by dou R AR bar plus 1 by R dou V by dou phi. Dou V by dou Z is 0. That we have seen in the previous part 1 of the numerical. Therefore, E bar is equal to dou V by dou R is 4A minus 4B. Correct? 4A minus 4B minus of, because it is minus del V, minus of 4A minus 4B AR bar plus 1 by R dou V by dou phi. 1 by R dou V by dou phi is 0. Dou V by dou Z is also 0. Hence, E bar is equal to 4A minus 4B. That is how much? They have mentioned the value of E. It is 500 volt per meter. Substitute that. That is 500 is equal to 4A minus 4B. What is the previous equation we have got? 100 is equal to A plus B. Right? If we solve these two equations, 100 is equal to A plus B and 500 is equal to 4A minus 4B simultaneously, then we'll get A is equal to 112.5 and B is equal to minus 12.5. Okay. This is how this numerical has to be solved. We are solving it simultaneously, the obtained equations 1 and 2 to find the values of A and B, and finally we have got the values of A as 112.5 and B as minus 12.5. Take down the steps, students, and verify whether A is 112.5 and B is equal to minus 12.5. Yes, please. Yes, please. What happened?
Sir, 4A minus 4B is equal to 500. That should be taken as equation 2, sir.
4A minus 4B. Yes, yes, correct. That has to be taken as equation 2. 4A minus 4B, this is second equation. First equation is 100 is equal to A plus B. right? Or you can take it as equation 3, doesn't matter. Okay, so solve equation 1 and 3. Well, first equation is 100 is equal to a plus b. Second equation is 500 is equal to 4a minus 4b. If we solve these two equations simultaneously, then we'll get the values of a and b. Right? Take down the steps and verify your answers. Cross verify.
Yes, sir. Getting the
Getting the answers? Fine. ಹನ್ನೊಂದುವರೆಗೆ ಐತೆ ಹುಡುಗಿ ಸರ್. 11 Just a minute, students. Getting the answer, students? You all got the answers, students? Students, are you all here?
Yes, sir. Got, sir.
Got it? Fine. We'll move on to the next example. Solve the Laplace's equation for the potential field in the homogeneous region between the two concentric conducting spheres with radii a and b such that b is greater than a if potential v equal to 0 at r equal to b and v equal to v naught at r equal to a. Also, and find the capacitance between the two concentric spheres. They have asked to solve the Laplace's equation for the potential field in the homogeneous region between the two concentric spheres. The meaning of concentric sphere is they are having the same center. Two spheres having the same center are called concentric spheres. They are having the radius of a and b, and b is greater than a. B is greater than a, right? This is inner radius is a, outer radius is b. B is greater than a if potential v equal to 0 at r equal to b, v equal to 0 at r equal to b, at r equal to b, v equal to 0, and v equal to v naught at r equal to a. At r equal to a, radius is equal to a, v is equal to v naught, and find the capacitance between the two concentric spheres. Okay, that means the outer sphere is grounded because its potential is 0. Potential v equal to 0 at r equal to b. Outer sphere is grounded. V equal to 0 at r equal to b. Okay, note down the question quickly. Is it taken, students?
Yes, sir.
Right. Here, field intensity E bar will be in the radial direction because they are given with the radius. Okay, they have mentioned the radii in the question. That means intensity E will vary only along the radial direction. It will not vary along theta and phi directions. Yes. So according to that, and considering the Laplace's equation, del square V is equal to 0. Del square V is equal to 0. So theta and phi, it is not a function of theta and phi. So as they have mentioned the spheres, right? They are the spheres with radii A and B. For spherical coordinate system, the Laplace's equation del square V is given by del square V equal to 0, that is 1 upon r square, dou by dou r of r square dou V by dou r, that will be equal to 0. Because the other terms theta and phi are 0. If other terms were existing, then the equation would have been in terms of theta and phi also. But here, as the intensity E, it depends only on radial distance r and not on theta and phi. Therefore, the Laplace's equation will be only in terms of dou V by dou r, or in terms of r. That is, del square V is 0 according to Laplace equation. Hence, the dou V by dou r term will be 1 upon r square dou by dou r of r square dou V by dou r equal to 0. This is for the cylindrical, sorry, for the spherical coordinate system. Therefore, dou by dou r of r square dou V by dou r equal to 0. If you take r square to the RHS, it will be r square into 0, that is 0, as V is a function of only r and not the function of theta and phi. Write this equation, dou by dou r of r square dou V by dou r equal to 0. Then we have to find out the integration of this. If we integrate this, what we will get? Integration of dou by dou r. It is the term itself, function itself, that is r square dou V by dou r. This will be, on the RHS we have 0, integration of 0 plus constant term C1, that is equal to C1. Therefore, dou V by dou r, this will be equal to C1 by r raised to 2. This is r square, I am taking it to the denominator of the RHS. This comes out to C1 r raised to minus 2. Take it as equation 1. Again, integrate this above equation. We get now dou V by dou r is the equation we have got in equation 1. Therefore, if we integrate dou V by dou r, we get V. This is equal to integration of C1 r raised to minus 2 dr plus C2. Therefore, integration of C1 r raised to minus 2, it is x raised to n form. Integration of x raised to n form is x raised to n plus 1 divided by n plus 1. This will be C1 r raised to minus 1 minus 2 plus 1 divided by minus 2 plus 1, that is minus 1 plus C2. That is, V is equal to, if we simplify this, so minus, it is minus C1, r raised to minus 1 will come to the denominator. It will be minus C1 by r plus C2. Take it as equation 2. Now use the boundary conditions. V equal to 0 at r equal to b and V equal to V naught at r equal to a. That is the boundary conditions which is given. V equal to 0 at r equal to b and V equal to V naught at r equal to a. Yes. Using these boundary conditions, that is V equal to 0 at r equal to b and V equal to V naught at r equal to a, substitute these values. V is 0, first boundary condition, minus C1 by r is b, minus C1 by b plus C2. Then in the second equation, substitute V naught, V equal to V naught is equal to minus C1 by r is a, minus C1 by a plus C2. Subtract these two equations, whatever we have got. Subtracting one from another, we get 0 minus V naught on LHS. It will be minus V naught. Then here minus C1 by B plus C2. Then minus of minus C1 by A. Minus C1 by B minus of minus C1 by A. C2 minus C2 will be 0. That is, V minus V naught is equal to, here minus C1 by B, then minus into minus is plus C1 by A. C1 is common. This will be multiplied by 1 upon A minus 1 by B. Therefore, C1 will be equal to minus V naught divided by 1 upon A minus 1 by B. Again, if I rearrange the terms, it will be V naught minus, if I take inside, it will be minus 1 by A plus 1 by B, or V naught divided by 1 upon B minus 1 by A. Therefore, C2, if you want C2, this is 0 is equal to minus C1 by B plus C2, right? Therefore, C2 will be equal to C1 by B. Take minus C1 by B to the LHS, it will be C2 equal to C1 by B. C1 is whatever you have got now here, V naught divided by 1 upon B minus 1 upon A, that divided by B, that divided by B. Okay. So take down these steps, students, quickly. Note down these steps. Make it a little fast. Is it taken, students?
Yes, sir.
Fine. Take down these steps also, right from integration to the last step, C2. Make it a little fast, students. Is it taken?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Right. So next we got C1 and C2. we have to substitute in this equation. V is equal to minus C1 by R plus C2, right? We'll get the equation for V. Okay, it is in terms of C1 and C2. V is equal to minus C1 by R plus C2. C1 we have got this, C2 is this equation. If we substitute in this equation 2, we'll get V is equal to C1 is V naught, that is minus C1 by R minus V naught divided by 1 upon B minus 1 upon E. In the denominator we'll get multiplied by R, then plus C2. C2 is V naught divided by B into 1 upon B minus 1 upon minus 1 by A volts. This is the potential field in the region between the two spheres. Okay, what they have asked here, in the homogeneous region between the two concentric spheres, solve the Laplace's equation. If you want to solve the Laplace's equation, we have to know the steps. Which are the steps, students? So the next step, first we solve it for the constants, right? Whatever constants we are getting, we solve the constants. Okay. So once we solve the constants and get the equations or the values, then we find the value of E using the equation for V. E is equal to minus del V. Then once we know E, then D is equal to epsilon E. We find the value of D, right? Let us solve them. Now V is the equation for potential in the region between the two spheres. E is equal to minus del V, that is minus dou V by dou R into AR bar, right? Del V, it is minus of dou V by dou R. Again, it is not the function of phi and z, and hence it is written only in terms of minus dou V by dou R AR bar, correct? Minus dou by dou R V equation, whatever equation is there here, whatever is there in terms of R, we have to consider only that one. The other term will become 0 if you differentiate that. Correct? Here, this first term, it is the only term which is the function of R. The second term is not the function of R. So it will be minus dou by dou R of minus V naught divided by R into 1 by B minus 1 by A into AR bar. Second term we should not consider, because ultimately if you differentiate that, it will become 0 only. It is not the function of R. C2 is not the function of R. Therefore, E bar will be equal to, this is dou by dou R of V naught is constant, take it outside. 1 upon B minus 1 by A is constant, take it outside. V naught divided by 1 upon B minus 1 upon A into dou by dou R of 1 by R AR bar. That is differentiation of 1 upon X. What is the differentiation of 1 by X? Differentiation of 1 by X. Minus 1 by X
Log
square.
X.
No. Differentiation minus 1 by X square. Okay. So differentiation of log X is 1 by X. Integration of 1 by X is log X. Correct? Differentiation of 1 by X is minus 1 by X square. That is minus V naught divided by 1 upon B minus 1 upon A into R square AR bar volt per meter. D is epsilon times E. That is, this is equal to minus epsilon into E we have got here, the above equation, minus epsilon V naught divided by 1 upon B minus 1 by A R square AR bar. That is, this will be equal to epsilon V naught divided by, if we multiply minus 1 inside this, we get minus 1 by B plus 1 by A, or it is epsilon V naught divided by 1 upon A minus 1 upon B R square coulomb per meter square. Note down these steps, students. Make it little fast. Is it over, students?
Yes, sir.
Fine. Now, as per the boundary conditions between conductor and dielectric, we studied when studying the boundary conditions that the d bar, the electric flux density, it is always normal to the surface. It is continuous. Whereas dn bar is continuous at the boundary and tangential component is zero at the boundary between conductor and dielectric. Correct? This concept we came across when studying the boundary condition between conductor and dielectric. Therefore, rho s is equal to, that is absolute value of dn bar or value of dn bar. Dn bar is nothing but it is equal to d bar. Total electric flux density is normal component of flux density. Tangential component is zero. Correct? This will be equal to, that is, we have obtained the equation for d bar here, epsilon v naught divided by 1 upon e minus 1 by b r square. Write it. Q is total charge on the surface of sphere of radius r. Q is the total charge on the surface of the sphere of radius r. So rho s will be equal to, rho s is surface charge density. It is charge per unit area, that is Q by A, or Q is equal to rho s into A. Rho s is this equation, epsilon v naught divided by 1 upon e minus 1 upon b r square. This into surface area of sphere of radius r. That is epsilon v naught divided by 1 upon e minus 1 upon b r square. Surface area of sphere is how much? 4 pi r square. Surface area of sphere is 4 pi r square. Multiply with this, we get 4 pi epsilon v naught. R square and R square will cancel, divided by 1 upon a minus 1 by b. Now finally, so we calculated Q. This is the next step in the Laplace's equation. And the last step in the Laplace equation is to calculate the capacitance. C is equal to Q by V. We know the value of EQ equation, that is 4 pi epsilon V naught divided by 1 upon a minus 1 by b. This divided by V naught. Okay, V is V naught, that is given in the question. Here, if such that B is greater than E, if potential B is 0 at R equal to B, V equal to V naught at R equal to A. So you are finding the capacitance on the inner sphere, because on the outer sphere there are no charges, potential is 0. On the inner sphere, what is the capacitance? That is given by 4 pi epsilon. Here V naught and V naught will cancel. 4 pi epsilon divided by 1 upon E minus 1 by B, which is the capacitance of the spherical capacitor. Okay, note down the steps, students. The last steps. Is it completed, students?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So this is how we are allowed to use the Laplace equations, right? Solution for Laplace equation, and then find the values of A and B. From the values of A and B, we have found out the equation for the capacitance finally, right? So in the next class, we will continue with few more examples. Okay, that is the usage of Laplace's equation for the coaxial cable, and one more example on spherical shells. Okay, so that will take up in the next class. I hope everybody are clear with the today's examples. right? Any difficulty here, students, in today's examples? Rutvik?
Yes, sir. Understood.
Understood? Fine.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Kirti? Kirti Patil?
Yes, sir.
Understood, Kirti?
Yes,
Okay. Sankalp? Okay.
Yes, sir. Understood, sir.
Deepa Rathod, any problem in understanding? Deepa Rathod?
No, sir.
Okay. Okay, students, then we'll continue in the next class. Thank you.
sir.